Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Nidecker Mellow. This board features Nidecker's surfy cam rocker, so what you get is longer rocker in the nose, set back camber, tiny little rocker in the tail. This is going to give you all the load, pop, snap, and drive of traditional camber underfoot, but with that rocker in the nose that's going to give you ease of entry in and out of turns as well as more optimal powder float. This board is available in 147, 152, 157, and 162. I rode this board at Copper Mountain on a sunny bluebird day with high winds. You had wind-loaded pow, wind-scraped corduroy, chopped chunder, little bit of ice, kind of leftover pow in the trees, and I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. If you look at this board, clearly it's going to have a directional flex to it. That means softer nose, which is accentuated by that rocker, and then it stiffens back up through to the tail. The midsection is going to be the stiffest portion of the board overall, just because of how it's set back. Yeah, you got that little bit of tail, and that might be a little stiffer, but most, it's there. It's whatever. The torsional flex is really easy to engage, but it's springy, so it's got a quick rebound to it. At speeds, you will notice that that tip starts to flap and that chatter will resonate back under the front foot. You get into rutted out terrain, you're still gonna feel it underfoot, even though that's a stiffer section of the board. It resonates right back up. If you hit something frozen under the pow, expect to just either have your body jarred or get bucked. This board was actually kind of loose. It didn't stay on top of everything. I noticed that it was just, causing me to just have to absorb a little bit harder than I would and really compress, otherwise I was gonna wash out. So with that set back camber, you're gonna get all your pop from your back foot. That's really how it engages, and what you put in is what you're gonna get out. It's not the snappiest board there, but if you're putting more effort into it, you're gonna be able to pop a little bit more, so don't skip leg day. With that said, it's easy to engage the camber profile, and you can pop off a side hit, a roller, porpoise in fresh snow, jump off a cornice if you want to, but it's not gonna be mind-blowing. Are you enjoying this review? That's awesome. You know what you haven't done? Click the like. You know what else you probably haven't done? Subscribed, click the bell, get those notifications. Or don't. Who am I to tell you what to do? But it'd be cooler if you did. Obviously, with the bigger rocker section in the nose, you've got this platform where you can pop a 180 and really press into it. If you're overly aggressive, you're gonna overflex the board, it starts to get hooky and it'll wanna spin you around. This happened more than like 4 or 5 times with me. It's just something I noticed, so you need to tone it down a little bit. With the tail, high speed wheelies are your friend. Yeah, you can still get sideways and sit on it if you want to, but it's just so short, you're not having much to work with there. So basically, if you know how to pow butter, you're not gonna have a problem with it. If you don't, you probably should learn. And like I said, tone it down. You can be a little bit more mellow with it because, well, this is the Mellow. This board is very fluid and nimble, but it steers directly underfoot. Yeah, it's gonna be guided by that rocker and it's gonna roll over really quickly, but it's all ankle steering. And as such, that changes the dynamic of how you do a short, tight, quick carve, a medium, mellow carve, or a deep, hard, aggressive carve. And believe me, this board will lay a trench. It actually will lock in and lay a deep, hard, aggressive trench. If you know how to carve, this thing is not gonna hold you back at all. So who is this board for? It's for the POW Resort powder ripper that's gonna carve between going to their favorite stashes. They're gonna come out of the trees or their POW field. It's gonna be a groomer, they're gonna lay a trench or two and then get right back into another POW field or another tree run. Do you like what we're doing over here? Do you want to support us further? Swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. I honestly think the edge hold got better on this since the last time I rode it. You can really notice it with short, tight, quick carves more than anything, just it locks in a lot better. Overall, this is a well-balanced resort pow board in my opinion. It floats well, it's easy to engage, it pops okay. This is very approachable for the everyman, and if you're looking for like your first pow board that can still handle groomers, this would be a great option for you. Comparable boards, the Rossignol Slashimi, the Capita Navigator, the Ravine. Binding recommendations, the Nidecker Kaon, the Union Strata, the Yes Select. This has been my review of the Nidecker Mellow. If you've enjoyed it and you're not sure what bindings you want for it, why don't you check out one of the reviews for one of the recommended bindings? Because guess what? We have the largest library of reviews on the internet, and you can trust them.